Hey, I think we're live.
Are we? I have to get in the chat room.
You're
Let's
not in
see.
your chair?
No, chat room.
Oh, chat room. Gotcha. Welcome to Done Deal.
Yeah, I have to get in here. Give
Are
me
you
one
are you
sec.
in your chair, Joe?
Yes, I am in my chair.
Are you decent, Joe?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
mean,
Well, I'm about to leave the little welcome screen, so just wanted to make sure everything was a-okay.
yeah. Let me just go out there and let everybody know we're live. Because I got a lot of questions there. Are we live today or we're not? So I'm going to just put out there that we're live.
It's a surprise.
Just give me
How's
one
it going,
second.
folks?
Okay.
It is that time again.
Done deal with VaporJoe and
And by that
TygerTyger.
time, I mean time to
Nah.
refill the atomizer. We're having a ripe strawberry. Oh no, that didn't just happen. It did just happen. I just pulled the chimney off.
1 second here. Where's the Done Deal group? There we are.
Come on, don't you give me attitude.
You know, I love when something like Facebook, which is $1 billion corporation, you click a link and it just hangs there, like as if they don't have enough servers. It blows my mind.
Well, Mark's got a lifestyle to maintain as well. Don't forget about that.
Okay.
So what is going on, people?
1 second. I'm an idiot. I should have done this before the show, but I was eating because I was absolutely starving. For some reason, the Mod Envy made me just absolutely just ravenously hungry. I don't know why.
Well, just works up your appetite, eh? Your appetite for deal, Joe?
You could say that.
I am totally paying attention to you guys in the chat. I am also just trying to reassemble this K-Fun replica. Hey, text girl, and
There we go.
lots of familiar names. Hey, Big Bam, Bastard, Cheese, down for it. Oh, and see, I'm doing it again. Last night I was joking about doing the romper room thing. I see so. We're not going to do that. It's tempting. I want to greet you all by name. We'll suffice with, hey! Thank you, Dave. It's been a day of running around, so I got the ball cap and the ponytail going and the no-nonsense.
She always looks good with a ball cap on.
It's a sporty thing. Puffer? You don't even understand the nervousness with which I approached this tonight. I know I got to be on this broadcast at 10 o'clock, and I'm broadcasting. So, it's kind of important that I don't drop the ball. And, but I did, I went on a leap of faith. I took your advice, and I gave him a small little serving, 4 ounces, of really nice vanilla coffee, with a little extra drizzle of vanilla and some honey, and then topped it all off with half again milk. So it's basically like the yummiest latte ever. And he really enjoyed it, drank it all down, and I was really nervous because he was still pretty peppy at bedtime. But guess what? I haven't heard a peep from him since he went.
So the coffee's working. Kinda.
I don't know. I was really nervous about giving it to him right before bed, but based on the advice I got last night, I'm like, let's live dangerously. Let's just do this thing. So, and see, there's more feedback in the room. Thank you, Texas girl. I've been trying that for the first time this week, and
because I knew, as a hyperactive child, that's what they made me take to school. I used to take thermoses of coffee to school. And they called it paradoxical effect or whatever. It was like I was on Ritalin, and it really does work.
Well, I tell you, he was not bouncing off the walls at bedtime, but he was pretty peppy and bright-eyed. But yeah, put him to bed. He's stayed there, and I haven't heard a peep. So yay!
Tiger, can I ask you a question?
You can ask.
Do I look like I'm wearing a poncho?
No, you look like
Because
you're
they're all
wearing a hoodie.
because everybody calls this poncho. This is poncho, and my new nickname in Monavi is Poncho Joe. Just want to let you know that.
Wow. Okay, well, maybe we have to actually get you one, so... Yeah, no, it looks like a hoodie to me. Anyway.
You want to also laugh. Somebody, you know how much I hate custard, right?
Well, I don't think you hate custard. I think you just like to hate custard.
Well, one of the viewers bought fuckcustard.com and forwarded it to VaporJoe's.
Nice. Wow.
I can't believe that.
Feel the love. No, I saw a good question, and I just got to delve right into the question because, hey, Art by Shan, there was a question about the polished Russian. Keep getting dry hits. What are you doing wrong? I don't have a polished Russian. I have an original Russian. The only thing I can think of that would be giving you the dry hits is if you got, honestly, too much wicking, or your juice is really, really thick. But the heat should eventually thin it, and it shouldn't have trouble drawing up. But sometimes if your wicking is too tight, or you're getting it into those little channels or something like that. Like, everybody builds it different, and I don't know what your build looks like, but you can choke the juice, basically. And oh yeah, always Vaping has a really, really, really good tip, and that is put a little juice on the build. Never just build it, set it together, wait for it to soak up. I always put a couple drops, 3 drops down the chimney to basically prime your wick, get it pulling. So kind of hard to troubleshoot that without knowing morphine, but there's a few places to start. And yeah, I do the same thing before I put the top chimney back on. If I'm using a cotton build, which is what's in this one right now, now this is a little different than the Russian, they're similar, but depending on how you've got the Russian set up, soak the wicking before you put that top chimney on. Get it started. It's like, think of your wick like chamois. Your dry chamois doesn't work worth a darn on your car, but once you get the chamois wet, oh man, it'll pick up so much water. So.
And I'm waiting for the room just to fill up a little bit more so we can go over and talk to everybody what's going on with the VaporJoe's network. What are we doing? What our plans are?
What's going on?
We got a lot going on. Now, Tiger's blog, unfortunately, was removed from Blogger. Now, we've done every effort to get it back, and everything we've done so far has failed.
Well, it's just a matter of, the wheels are turning very, very slowly.
And for a while now, I've wanted to leave Blogger, but it's a pain in the balls because there's nothing I can... I like the way my site looks. Yes, it's not fancy. Yes, it's not perfect, but it is... You don't fix what's not broken. It's one of the most popular websites for vaping for a reason. Don't mess with it. Leave it alone. So there was no way to make that site look like... I couldn't go anywhere or host my own thing and make it look like VaporJoe's. So I always kind of what's the word? I always kind of wanted to put it off. So when Tiger's blog went down, it kind of gave me the boost. Like, I have to do this. We were both under the thumb of Google, and there's nothing we could do about it. Like, they could just flick off our site anytime we wanted to. So what I did was, I called up my host. I said, I want the best server you can get on the fattest pipe, and I need you to look at these 2 blogs, and I want them recreated exactly. There can be no difference.
Just the fattest pipe.
And
I totally derailed you, didn't I?
yes.
Sorry.
So what it did was so they started with mine, so my site has been replicated down to the last pixel, and they're working on Tigers as we speak. As soon as those go live, we will be moving from VaporJoe.blogspot.com and VaporJoesCanada.blogspot.com to VaporJoes.com, VaporJoesCanada.com, VaporJoes.ca.com. There will be no more. The blog spots, if Tiger gets her blog spot back, that's one thing. But my blog spot will remain, but the main sites will now be moved over to our own servers under our own terms of service. There will be no way for anybody to stop us.
Bigger, better, faster, more deals.
And we've been kind of under constraint to do what we want to do because we always have to worry about terms of service. And people are like, well, what's terms of service? Terms of service are what you are and are not allowed to do while somebody's hosting your website for free. So now that I have my own big fat honking server, and this server's a beast, which I love.
And the trouble with terms of service too is as lengthy, tedious, verbose as they can be, there is a huge element of subjectivity, and it really depends who's applying the rules and on what day, because blogs that are essentially identical except for subject matter have been restored within 24 hours, and mine, it's just been a long circus of hoops to jump through, and I'm in the queue. That's all I can say at this point. It's in the queue. So it's a good move. We're really excited. It's been an unfortunate little bump in the road, but it's one of those things that we're fixing something that was really long overdue to look at, and it's going to rock when it's going to rock, and it's going to it's going to we are no longer held back by anything. We can do whatever we want, and nobody can do anything about it, which is, like I said, one of the main reasons why we did this, because we are going to be, it's not just going to be VaporJoe's, it's going to be VaporJoe's Unleashed. Unleashed.
That's right, Unchained VaporJoe's. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and this all should just happen midweek, next week, midweek. So that'll be good. And unfortunately, Tiger site's been down since our last show, so poor Tiger doesn't have much to talk.
Really? Yeah. No. I've seen the deals coming, and I've been anxious to do something about them. Well, thank you, bud. I missed it too, and like I say, we'll be back, and it'll be better because there's a bunch of new things we're looking at doing. I'm not going to spill all the beans, but look for more. I'm not kidding when I say bigger, better, faster, more. So.
Yep.
So, but Joe has been continuing with the deals this week. I've been watching stuff, so I'm here mainly to hang out with you guys. And yeah, absolutely, and celebrate a little bit. Joe did pass another milestone this week, 24 million hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
Well, I did want to bring up one thing. There is one thing we're working on. It's it's something you wear in your head, and it will immediately give you a small, shocking sensation to the temple every time one of our websites are updated. And we're working on this as we speak. It's
a chip implant. Don't worry, it only hurts for a second.
The problem we're having is we're trying to knock the voltage and amperage down so it won't actually leave any scarring or reliability issues.
Oh, Big Bam's a step ahead of us.
Now, it's been a week, Tiger. Did you get any vape mail this week?
Not.
I know you hate that, but...
Well, no, it's an easy question to answer because this week I absolutely empirically know the answer. Not a thing. It was crickets were in my mailbox this week, I'm telling you.
Now, Tiger is getting some epic vape mail, though.
It is on its way to Canada. It may already be in Canada as we speak.
I bought her for Christmas. I bought her a VaporJoe's. You know what I didn't do? And I have to do it now. I'm sorry. I haven't embedded this video.
Or.
Well, you could tell them what it is, Tiger. While I'm doing this.
It is the stainless steel ham, and I am stoked. So yeah, I'll be looking for that this week.
Now, when I was sent to me first. Now, I bought this back in October for her for Christmas. It didn't wasn't ready until now. But this thing is extremely heavy. I mean, the stainless steel version is no joke. It weighs. It's the heaviest mod I've ever held.
I'll be able to vape and do my curls.
Yes, I mean it's insane. It's insane. That, and I sent her a bunch of juice, and unfortunately, she was supposed to be given a Noble 1, but
Noble 2, isn't it?
Or Noble 2, whatever, the 14500 Noble.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that the tank broke. So I have to wait for a new tank to arrive, and then she can get it.
Things happen. So yeah, it was a quiet week, but that's good. It's kind of like the rain that helps you appreciate the sun. A quiet week with crickets in your mailbox for vape mail makes you really appreciate the following week. So, and I see it's been exciting for the 28 too. Proud owner of a Lavagen, fits inside the hoop of the VTR. That's cool. That's cool. There aren't a lot of things that do, but with a little bit of convincing, in other words, a little bit of grinding, a Cobra, an original Cobra, will fit also inside the VTR. I have seen the Russian Big, not in person, Big Bamboo, but that is a crazy large atomizer. That is a no nonsense atomizer. So, well, you're going to need something pretty hefty to put it on if you're looking at getting one of those. You need yourself a 26650 mod, something with some.
Yeah, there's a whole. We were talking to most of our partners today. It seems that there's a whole lot of these. I mean, there's a ton of these 26650 mechanicals coming out. I forgot the name. Do you remember the name of the one he told us about yesterday?
Oh no, I'm terrible with the names. A picture's worth 1,000 words for me.
Well, I know they're coming out with actually a Rev 2 of the Big Nasty, which is kind of cool. I don't know what they had to improve on it because it was perfect. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous device. And I'll be getting the 722, which is the new 22 watt PV coming out of China. They're going to send me a sample, which is kind of cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
Another good question. What's the best rebuildable to fit a VTR? Well, the only rebuildables I'm aware of, Dogman, that fit right now are the Lavagen. They are the Cobra. Now, as I mentioned, the original, the genuine Cobras, you need to do a little grinding. If you just grind a little bit out of that ring, sand a little bit of material out of there, you'll get the Cobra in there. But it needs a little bit of, a little bump and grind. And of course, your narrower atomizers, your like 14 millimeter along those lines. An AGT, the titanium, will fit in there. The line or the line clone will fit in there, but those are skinnier, so you're going to have like spare room. I think your best bet for rebuildable is going to be if you're willing to make the little adjustment to fit a Cobra in there or a Lavagen.
Well, can't they can cut off the ring?
Lots of people cut off the ring. To me, and this comes down to do whatever makes you comfortable. To me, the ring is integral. It's part of what makes this device charming. It's protection for that atomizer and really for the 510 connection as well, because it holds the atomizer in place. So I don't want to take the ring off. Now, to adjust it a little to make something fit in there, that's negotiable. So, whatever was working. Lots of people are cutting them off and they're just loving it. So.
Yeah, and you can always use the adapter and have your rebuildable sit right at the top.
Exactly. There is that option too. Now, again, I love the part about the VTR that's so attractive to me is the atomizer sits down. It's out of the way. It's not kind of exposed and out there. So, it's whatever's going to make you happy.
So, God, it's already half an hour gone. All right, we got to do a deal. Do one deal.
All right. What do you want to talk about, Joe?
let's talk about the brass Kato. I'm going right down this. I'm just going right down the list.
Okay, let's do it.
Now here's the link. This is the hammer of Kato in a brass configuration. Looks absolutely gorgeous. When the first hammer of Kato came out, and by the way, sometime next week, for those who want legit stuff, I'm going to be doing a deal with a vendor for the actual legit hammer of Kato's for $180. Now, if anybody knows what a real hammer of Kato goes for, they're like $250, $300. So this is going to be a good deal. It's going to come in the box and all the paperwork, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. For those who don't have $350 and want to spend less than 10%, you can get yourself the new brass version with the new brass copper pin at Fast Tech for $26.59. I have a hammer Kato. I like them. I think they're cool. I like pipes. I'm a pipe guy. So not everybody likes pipes. Tiger, do you have a hammer?
No. The only pipe mod that I've actually, sprung for is the K100 or K1000s rather. I'm crazy about these little puppies. I got one in red too. So that's the only one that's really caught my. I'm just not a pipe person. But, I gotta admit, some of the detailing on this is very, very appealing. It's just not a device I got excited about.
Yeah, I was, when the hammer of Kato first came out, it was revolutionary. It was, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then the clones hit the streets and everybody was buying them up. This is the first example of one in brass I've seen. I think it's, more of a stylistic sort of thing. And it's really not brass. I wouldn't say it's mixed because the button and the actual connector look like they're chrome-plated and laser etched. So I think we've called this really more mixed than the brass version. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. And for $26, I'm adding one to my collection.
Now, I am just hunting because I've got a buddy who's looking for a K1000 as well. And I've been price shopping a little bit. There's a lot of places that have them right now, but not a lot of color selection I'm seeing. So let me just see if I can refresh my memory where we can find you a pink one at a good price.
Oh, K1000?
Yeah.
Fast never got the K1000, did they?
I still keep telling myself it's only a matter of time, but we can only wait and see. Now, Exhale did have them, but they're closed for maintenance right now, so I can't help you there.
Is that Ronnie G?
Let me just see here. Yeah, that's the name. There we are.
Because he was also looking for a good price on the Keg Cap, and I think I may have a solution if they're not out of stock.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, out of stock. Damn it. Wait, let's see. Yeah, they're out of stock. Damn it. The Keg Cap seems to be extremely popular. I have one right here on my, mod drop again. I've been dropping mods all day today.
Just that kind of day, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let me see here. See, there are some sources, there are some sources in Canada, but they don't ship outside of Canada, so that's kind of...
Anyway, I have a Keg Cap right here, sitting on the Poldiac, and this is on a clone Nimbus. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. Once you put the Keg Cap on a $100 Nimbus or a $10 Nimbus, you'll never know the difference. And it works extremely well.
Shoot, I'm coming up with other colors, but not the pink. And that's funny because when I was looking for blue, I was finding lots of purple and pink. Now I'm looking for pink and I find blue. Ain't that the way?
What about, who had them, but they're closed? It was XL Vapor.
That's what I was saying. They're closed for maintenance right now. Purple is fine as well. Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to find you a better. Well, I'll tell you right now, the best price I can find at the moment is for blue, which bodes well for my buddy, but yeah, no.
Your other places like Focal didn't have them?
Not yet.
Who was the merchant we
Yeah.
broke? Who was the merchant we broke? Remember the first one, the first person who was selling them? Wasn't it a China vendor?
No, the first source for them was AKA, and they don't ship to Canada, so you round that one.
Okay.
No Navcom. The ham is probably in Canada at this point. I expect to see it this week. And thanks for the tip, Curly. I will not do that. Yeah, Joe has warned me. This is when I can vape and do my curls at the same time.
Yeah, I picked this thing up. I looked at it briefly because I wanted to get it to Tiger as soon as possible. Like I said, this was supposed to be her Christmas gift, and it's now March. But at least they took their time with this one. I futzed around with the button, made sure it made connection. I didn't build it or anything because I'm with Tiger do all that Virgin-esque stuff. And it looks like they took their time with this one. So I can't wait till she gets it and tells me how it works, or I just want to see her. She's gonna have to double fist this thing.
Alrighty, well, we'll see about that. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Dogman. The engine. That's not something I'm familiar with. Is there anyone in the room who has some input on that one? And the VTR, why did they stop the spinny thing? I don't, I gave them too much credit in the beginning. I thought it was a feature. I thought it was so that we could clock our atomizers. I was so impressed. I said, what thought they put into this and blah, 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 blah. I think I gave them too much credit because it appears that they thought that was a weak spot and have now fixed it in the later versions. If you have one of the VTRs, as I do, where the 510 connection can be turned, so you can essentially clock your atomizer there. You see him turning that knurled ring there. Hang on to it, because you ain't getting another one. The new ones are fixed, and yeah, that's all I can tell you about that.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking the reason is most people that are vaping a VTR probably aren't vaping rebuildable unless it's like a K-phone. You know what I mean? Because really, is anybody going to put like a Kraken on the VTR?
There are those putting Jennies on them. One of the advantages I love about this, and it's become a mod I take with me a lot, is the fact that I don't have to worry about it what direction it's sitting. If it's in my purse and it falls over, hey, so it does. Whatever. You don't want that with a Jenny. Now, again, it just comes down to what you like to vape and how you like to use your devices. I probably wouldn't put a Jenny now on this, but there are those doing it. More power to them.
Yeah, I think what happened was a lot of people, there were probably more people vaping the iClear 30s and stuff on it, and what was happening sometimes, I found, at least with my VTR, is as I would screw my Addy on it, it would start spinning and not make a connection. I'd have to hold my finger on the spinning thingy and then turn it down so it'll make a connection.
Oh. Okay, well, it seems, and I'm reading, there have been a lot of problems reported. I've been lucky. I've had no issues, so...
On Alternative Rock X Radio.
Okay, now I saw some really pretty
Absolute country plays the best.
Where's it at here?
6th and 7th generation country.
I found some really, where are they now? You featured this and I'm looking for it.
Willie Nelson, Garth Brooks and Taylor Swift.
You're hiding it from me, aren't you?
All in one
I
if it's country,
Here they are.
playing hard to get.
absolute country.
These are now. You don't worry about bringing up a graphic on this one, but Fastech came out with all these crazy rainbow stainless steel drip tips. I have a link here to them. These are the and if you click the link, it takes you over to the site, and it shows you all the rainbow drip tips, like all in the 5-packs. For those that are looking for now, is this a paint job, you think, or is this a burn job? Tiger.
I'm at a bit of a loss. I'm not sure what we're talking about.
You know the rainbow drip tips that you featured?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not sure how they're achieving that. Now, we do know that from heating metal, you do get those colors in the steel. You can achieve them. If that's how they're doing it, I can't say for certain, but I do know we've seen, China taking that cue from what they're seeing people doing, and we're seeing more and more heat-treated stuff coming. So it's a guess at this point until somebody gets one, but it looks to me, and the price would support that they're heat-treating those.
Right. And I don't know if I would rock one of those, but I know many people that would. And actually, I think the 7-pack with each one of them. I got to remember, these are stainless steel drip tips. These aren't aluminum. So these are going to be heavy hitters. They're going to be really, really nice. And I think they come out to just about over $3 a piece for the 7-pack, and just under... just over $3 if you buy them singly in the 5-packs. I think it's a great deal, and I think they're just really, really neat looking. I think they, I get sick and tired of stainless steel drip tips that are just silver all the time, or just one silver and single color. So I think they're kind of cool. I think the ladies will like these. Would you rock one of these, Tiger?
I would on the right mod for sure. I've kind of gotten boring. I kind of like the just simple metal look, but on the right one, sure, for sure. I like the purples to pinks.
Man, I have a terrible drip tip on this. Why am I using it? Oh.
Now, Z28, maybe you'd be so kind, because I'm not that familiar with the lava gems. That was something that I wasn't aware about until you were talking about it. Dogman is hunting. Would you be so kind as to share your source? So maybe Dogman can have a look. I know the pipes you're talking about. Let me see if I can grab the picture to share with you guys. There was some new pipes that came out, and they're kind of interesting. Everything you need in there. And now, at the point when I was talking about them, they hadn't yet brought out the US plug version, but they've done that now. So let me see what I can find for you. We'll grab the picture first. Well, you don't realize how much you rely on the way you usually do things until you can't. There we go. Let's throw this in the room. I'm going to move this over here so it doesn't get in the way of watching chat. Feature.
I may pick one of these up.
What's that?
These pipes.
Well, the jade, some people are going, oh wow, that's gorgeous. Others are like, that's horrible. So, once again, not everybody likes jade, right? The kind of cracked quartz in the yellow is interesting too. And then of course, they've got just a nice standard sort of marbly brown, very reminiscent of a tobacco pipe. Now the trick is, let's get you a link for all of it, because I'll
Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the jade one. I'd love to see how they operate.
I remember that one caught your eye right away.
I think Big Bam Boom just put it in the room for a second.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Just all over that.
Now these he put the lava gem tank in there.
Now, the good news is in my write-up during the week when I shared that, I was saying you would need to get yourself to go with it a US wall wart if you wanted one. That's no longer true. Just choose the kit that says US wall charger and you're good to go, because they added those stints around them. So, yeah.
I'm looking at these lobby gym too. Oh, okay. So I see what it is. Okay.
Now, we are hearing that they're talking about a side fire button. So the top is probably just your battery access, and that little jewel on the side is the fire button, which I kind of like. Then, depending which hand you're holding in, you're looking at either right where your index finger falls or right where your thumb is. It's going to be one of those two places.
Right, and I'm assuming that jewel lights up. I'm assuming. I can't be sure about that, but I'm assuming it does.
That's a guess at this point. It would seem kind of logical that they did that on the red one at least, but yes, MTL Blade, it has an Ego type charger, which I found really intriguing.
Oh shit! I didn't notice that. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're using it so you don't have to take the battery out. Now, of course, there's nothing to stop you from doing that. If you've got a regular battery charger that'll charge an 18350, you can be alternately charging them and switching them out. You don't ever need to use that Ego kit, but it's nice. To me, that's a really sweet little sort of starter kit for somebody who'd like to give a mechanical a try, is interested in a device of this nature, but doesn't want to have the added outlay of a charger at this point. So there you go. It gives you some options.
Right. I think I'm a good thing. Something about green pipes that I like. I don't know why. I'm like a leprechaun or something. I have no idea, but they need one with flames on it, like black with red flames.
Oh, and I broke the picture by bringing the web page in front of it. There they are. One more little glimpse. Hey, Murdoch.
I just looked. I'm on somebody's in some group, and there's a Chinese member pimping pink cigars, pink e-cigars. Kind of cool. All right, so now here is a deal that I came up with. Let me. I have so many windows open. I'm going to get back to.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Anyway.
Layering the wrong things over the wrong things.
No, there's a couple things I pimped that I don't think they ship to Canada. So.
Well, I mean, by all means, if it's just a really great deal that our American viewers need to know about, we need to share that.
This is one of the best starter kits I've ever seen. I want to just make sure they're still in stock. Yep, they're still in stock. No worries on the graphic on. You can don't really need to get a graphic for this. This is over at Mad Vapes, and they ship to Canada. This is a Vision Spinner, not a Vision Spinner, an Ego Twist clone. So it's a variable voltage Ego. A CE5, a bottle of juice, and a charger for $15. Now, I don't know about you, but that is the absolute cheapest variable voltage device kit I've ever seen. Because even if you go to Fast Tech and you buy the 1100 mAh battery, it's $13. So I have no idea how they're selling it this cheap. So you're getting the juice, which isn't great. It's 18 milligram Hang Seng juice, but it's standard stuff. The Clearo, the battery, the charger, and it's everything somebody needs to start vaping. You just go, boom, and here you go. This is it. Now, of course, you're probably going to want to buy them some better juice in the future. Probably may want to buy them another Clearo advisor or two in the future, but
a backup battery. But this is a great way to dip your toe in the water, so to speak.
So, come on, Joe. You know how they're doing. You own them. Ooh, I don't know, Mad Vapes. I'm with Bastech. Get it right.
Oh wow, your influence is spreading.
But no, this is a great kit. This kit can easily, standing by itself, can get somebody stopping smoking day one, especially with the variable voltage, because it really gives them a nice vape. And by the time the battery dies, they'll be on to bigger and better things. And I remember when I was doing $23 versions of this without juice, and it went like crazy. These are selling like hotcakes. And while you're on Mad Vapes, pick up another bottle of juice, because they sell their top vapor line, which is really, really cheap. And you can get 10 mils for $4.
Well, and Video Dave has a really great and such a simple and elegant solution. So you buy 2 kits.
Yep.
You get 2 juices and you got a spare charger. You've got 2 batteries right away, 2 atomizers right away. Like, that's a Cadillac way to start.
Yep. And you don't need, I paid $100 for my first kit. I was a Joytech Ego T with 2 bottles of Jacang. It wasn't variable voltage. Wasn't even a clear out. It was the tank system. And believe it or not, I still like the tank system, but I won't say anything. It worked for me. This will easily get somebody who's willing to, quit smoking. This will get them to quit.
Well, I started a little over a year ago, and you got to understand, I price shopped the ever-living daylights out of the thing. I did source my beginning kit from China. I didn't know better. I didn't know about the community. I didn't know about most of what's going on here in North America. I got on the internet and I hunted, and that's what I came up with. I got a kit that essentially had 2 complete Ego setups, okay? Your charger, no juice, just a bottle for juice, by the way. $35, and I thought I had, won the lottery. It was at the time, it was a great price. You're getting way more in this package. Like Video Dave said, if you double it, buy 2 kits for $30, you're getting variable voltage instead of the straight voltage batteries I got. You're getting the 2 juices. It just keeps getting better, folks.
Yep. It's a really awesome deal, and I think you guys should just check it out. If you know some people that I would buy 2 and just put them away. You meet somebody or what have you, and you just have them there to give to somebody. I bought one for my brother. I've been trying to get him to vape, and every time I give him something, it kind of works for a little while, and then excuse me, I'm yelling. My bad. And he so this one hopefully will work for him.
All right, the time has come. It's time to refill another Addy. I'm sitting here looking at my Yalix Tutti Frutti, and I'm drooling, and it's get in my tank time.
And what studio is that? Yalix Tutti Frutti?
That is Yalix, and that one I particularly enjoy. The Tutti Frutti's a winner. That will be reordered.
Does it taste like Tutti Frutti ice cream, or?
Well, no, there's nothing creamy about it. It's sort of a little bit of a candy flavor, but not over sweet. I don't know, it just hits the spot. It's just right. For me, anyway.
I hope so.
Wow.
So while Tiger is doing her thing, Tiger has rolled out these new voltmeters from Pastec. These are an ohmmeter and a voltmeter. These are made of aluminum, so they're not those plastic. What do you call it? Like the plastic AA boxes or what have you. And they look really beefy and nice. I'm going to give you a link in the room here. They have different colors.
Yeah. What impressed me about this is the different connections on them. I mean, we've all seen the ones with the 510 and the 808. Now, straight up, there are people who are utilizing that 808, but let's face it, they're few and far between these days. So that's kind of a wasted connection. Well, what they've done is they've put the other side of the 510 connection in this one, which is really exciting to me, because now what that means is for someone with Ego batteries, even with a mechanical, you can turn that puppy upside down, set her on there, and see where your battery's at and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. and that's for folks who don't have a multimeter, don't want to get one, or it's just awkward. Straight up, it's awkward testing something like that with the two probes, holding them in the right place, making sure you're doing it right. I've seen people who have really cleverly adapted their multimeters by installing a 510 connection in there to do exactly this. So here you go. If you're like me and you're not exactly really, really, really good with a soldering iron and making an adjustment like that, here you go. It's done for you.
I've noticed something kind of funny when I'm looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the bag it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
The little bag. Tell me what you see about that bag, Tiger, that makes you laugh.
Let's just be having a look, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I remember this now. It's a Western Digital multimeter. No, it's not. But it's definitely a Western Digital bag. So
Yeah, they're using a Western, a Western Digital bag to hold a 2.5 hard drive. So it's pretty funny, but it works. It does its job. But I guess they had an excess amount of Western Digital bags, and they're using it as a little pouch, which is fine. This also, don't forget, this doesn't take batteries. This comes with a rechargeable 550 mAh battery, which will last forever. I mean, how much does it take to power an LED?
Oh, and not very much.
It's got an on and off switch, and it's charged via a micro USB. So anybody who has an Android phone, an Android tablet, you can just charge it up with that, stick it right in your USB port, and good go. For $17.61, I think it's a great buy. I remember when we were selling, well, not we were pimping the dual AA battery plastic ones that really were just, I remember when it was such a shortage, people were selling them on eBay for $60.
Oh man, and that's not very long ago, and now all of a sudden, it's when it rains it pours. As soon as those became plentiful, we've just seen a whole bunch of new and innovative options just come on the market really fast. So.
And once you get to Fast Tech, to see that, if you don't like the blue, just type ohm meter in the search, and you'll get. They also have a black one. They also have a white one.
Easier yet, go look at the blue and use the drop-down box on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an idiot.
And you can get the black or silver. Yeah.
Joe's an idiot. But
like doing things the hard way.
Yeah, and then they also, if you find it to be a little too expensive and you do type ohm meter, I don't know if they do the other ohm meter show up in the drop-down box?
No, that as I recall, this particular one, it's just the 3 of this type. But certainly there are other ohm meters available from Fast Tech, so I'm certain you can find something that's going to suit your needs and preferences.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a good question in the chat, and I did see it before. We just didn't get a chance to address it. I apologize, Video Dave. Wants to know if when we list mechanicals in our deals in the description, can we note if they're kick friendly or not? That would be very helpful. Thanks. Now, Video Dave, part of the problem with that is that when you get right down to it, straight up, the number of people who want to use a kick and a mechanical are small. Okay? Yeah. So right off the bat, this is not information that is readily available until somebody gets it, tries it, and reports in whether or not it'll fit. It also depends on the kick you're using. Some will, some won't. So there's a few factors there, and the fact that it's not something manufacturers are testing because it's not something they're anticipating right away. So I guess maybe as we learn which ones are, certainly if we have that information, we'll include it. But in most cases, the odds are we won't have it until, well past the time we've run that deal.
I'll give you some rules, a rule of thumb, though, when you're using the kick, because Tiger's not a big kick user. I am, though.
Yeah.
When you're using a kick, make sure, I usually like to do always an 18650 tube, and what happens is the kick replaces the top part of the 18650, so you have to move down to an 18500. If you're using an 18500 and you move down with a kick and a 350, it's going to last you 45 minutes, so don't even consider using a 350 with a kick. So stick with the 18650 tube, move down to the 18500 with the kick. Also, make sure the tube, if they tell you the the way the kick works is it has to touch the metal inside the tube to make the connection. If the tube is too wide, like I don't know, you have a 26650 mechanical, it will not work at all because it won't touch the sides. If you're gonna do a mod that you're unsure of, the Sigelli kicks are a little fatter than the original kicks. So if you can get your hands on a Kick 2, which is the new 15-watt kick, or by Evolve, or an original kick, they tend to fit the tubes a little bit better. The Sigelli ones, I don't know, they have just made it like a half a millimeter too big on sometimes they don't fit in a lot of devices. But what the kick is really meant for is a regulated 3.7, a 3.7 volt device that's not mechanical. Now, there is a way to get around all this. If you must use a kick in a mechanical and you're not sure it's going to work, get yourself something called a kick force adapter. What that does is it allows you to use the kick outside of the mod. So the kick goes in a little 510 to 510 tube that screws into the top of the mod, and then there's another 510 connection on top of the kick force adapter, which you plug your addy in. So no matter what mechanical you're using, it will work. It will look ugly as hell, but it will work because they only come in black and this white color. And you can find the kick force adapters at Mad Vapes for $19.99, and the kick is included.
Oh, okay. So, wow, the kick in there, that becomes a good buy.
Right. So if you have an Origin mechanical or any mechanical you could think of, it will in fact work that way too. So, but if you want to hide the kick inside the tube, it gets a little bit more complicated.
Thank you, Big Bam, for that link. And I did see a question from MTL Blade. Ordering batteries from Fast Tech, how long? Expect 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes longer because we can't use that beautiful and hugely efficient e-packet option to ship the batteries. They have to ship by carriers that are willing to carry them. So it does take longer. It comes down to they are a good deal. So for me, I'm willing to wait. I'll place the order and they'll get here when they get here. But it's going to take longer than some of the other options we have available now.
Somebody just said Smokey is on the cover. He made the cover of Vape magazine. Woot woot Smokey. What you mean? I just went to their website. I didn't see it. Usually they only have the girls on the front cover.
Yeah, but Smokey. Big, I do too. Straight up.
Oh, Smokey made his own. Oh, he was. I think he was just kidding. Oh, okay. They must be doing the Vape magazine giveaway, or was doing the Vape magazine giveaway.
Oh, I love it.
That would be hilarious. Watching Smokey in like in a dress.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'll pass on the dress, but yeah, I'd love to see him on the cover. Hopefully, that'll show up in the Mod Envy group later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he made his own.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Funny. Here, I'll put the link in the room with what he's talking about. It's kind of funny.
Big 13 days. That's awesome. I've been hearing great things for that e-packet shipping option. My own orders are coming in 9 to 11 days using e-packet. Very pleased with that. I have heard one person in my area, that's the western coast of Canada, who received an order using the e-packet option in 4 days. Wow.
Now, I'm a little different than you guys because I'm in the States. Now this is actually pretty good because this is about the batteries and getting batteries shipped to you. I did Malaysian Post because this is the only thing they'll allow me to do. My batteries are in New York City as we speak, so it's 1 state away. I ordered them on... Okay, where did you go now? I ordered them on... Come on now, there we go. I ordered them on February 12th, and they are in New York City. But this was for batteries. I had to use the slowest Malaysian Post, because you can't use, at least for the United States, we can't use the China e-packet for batteries. But at least I know I can still buy batteries at Fast Tech and still get them via Relation Post. It took about 3 weeks for them to get here, but confirmed it works.
There a coupon code? Oh, I'm sorry. That's a statement, not a question. Yes, there is a Fast Tech coupon code for batteries only. That is BTL.
No, isn't it BLF?
Oh, God. Yes, it's BLF. I don't know what is my mental hang-up with this coupon code. And that's, of course, from Budget Light Forums. And I don't know why. It's not even a BLT. I keep trying to make a sandwich out of it, and I'm not even getting that right. So BLF, thank you, Big Bam, will save you 5% on batteries and battery-related stuff. You'll find the last time I was using it, it did work on chargers and a battery converter kind of tube as well. So batteries and battery-related purchases, you will get 5% with BLF.
Okay, now I'm going to check out, I want to see if the coupon, yeah, it still works. Okay, now Tiger came out with a deal the other day. It was incredible. It sold out, but I just wanted to bring it up. She came out with the legit Patriots, 100% real Patriots from 101 Vape.
That was McCoy.
For $49. That was a really good deal, but that sold out pretty quick. And then I'm just looking now.
Hey there, Diana. I owe you an apology, girl. I haven't been able to get back to you about some of your queries. I haven't forgotten you. There was just some other things I wanted to research before I answered you to give you the best information. So you're not forgotten.
Yeah, no, there's, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak preview, something that's going to be coming out on Tuesday, midnight on my blog. I'm going to have a lead on Aspire Nautilus tanks. They're going to be selling for $24.95.
Whoa!
Shipped, and it's from, it's shipped, an American vendor. So it's going to be super, super cheap. I know everybody loves these things, and they're always, 35, 36 bucks, $40. So these will be $24.95, and they'll be live Tuesday at midnight. So it's Tuesday at 12:01 a.m. So everybody's going to be jumping on that deal, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I have something here that is for the rebuilders out there. It says a big pile of wick, braided wick. I'm calling it Checo wool. Because silica tends to be, just regular old silica kind of, wound up or whatever. This is actually braided wick, and this is the braiding is what made Ica wool so popular. Now let me just run over to my blog real fast because I had 100 windows open.
While you look, I'm just going to show the K1000. This is the pipe you're talking about, Diana. That is the connection right there. So as you can see, that's the 510 connection. Now, the one thing I want to show you that's kind of cool about this is they've put a removable ring on here. This turns. So you know how you attach some 510 things, and if this is all the way down, there's going to be a gap in there. You can adjust this to close up that gap. It's kind of a neat little thing they thought of when they did this. A little
Nice.
bright idea. So yeah, 510 connection on the K100, but you can adjust it a little bit to close that gap if you find there is one with whatever device you're using on yours.
Somebody just put a link in the room for a flyer. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if you can buy it here though. Fly smoke, but I'm looking. I don't see a place to actually buy it. Okay. So what about Kriegs? Doesn't Kriegs have any more K1000?
The K1000, yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's right, Diana. You got that right. That's exactly where this came from. For Canadian customers, yes. Krieg's River City Vapes, let me share that link in the room, um, does not ship outside Canada though. So, but for those of you in Canada, great resource, great vendor. There we go.
What about the wire for builders? Big Bev, I don't know if the wire ships outside. You could put the link in the room, but I don't know if that wire ships out of out in into Canada. But first, I want to talk about the wick. The wick is 100 feet for $20. Basically, you have enough for the rest of your life. And for $20, it's great because again, it's braided. Now, Tiger, let me ask you: braided wicking is going to last a little bit longer, right?
You know, Joe, I haven't used it enough to really have an opinion on that. I have heard that from some users, and it may just simply be a function that, you know, it can't get fuzzed out and as damaged. I don't know.
Well, I think I misspoke. I meant, do you think it could soak up more juice?
Oh, last long. Okay,
Last longer.
longevity as
I mean,
opposed to
last.
how much it wicks.
Yeah. Meaning last longer on the vape.
Last longer between drips. Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. Again, I don't personally have an opinion on that one yet because I haven't used it enough. I've really only done one braided setup. I'm not a huge dripper. You know, I enjoy my dripped vapes, but I'm not really, really big on that, so I haven't had as much chance to experiment and say.
Okay.
That'd be a great question for Tiny Vapor.
This is true. Now, Big Vapor put another link in the room for the 20 to 34 gauge Campa wire on eBay. I'm not sure if this guy ships in Canada or not. I have to tell you though, if you click the link and look at it, he has sold, when it gets there, 6,125 sets of wiring on here. Okay. Now he sells everything from 20 gauge all the way up to 34 gauge. Now, there are a lot of people using fatter gauge wires. I mean, people are going down to 24, 22. I mean, we're getting into like a coaster wire. And he's offering it at a pretty decent price. And let's see, 100 feet of, let's just say 22 gauge is it's $21, but it's a much fatter gauge of wire. But let's go 28 gauge. 100 feet of 28 gauge wire is $7.47 free shipping. USA only as far as the free shipping is concerned. Let me see. Somebody give me a Canadian zip code of some kind.
T0M0TO. One of my very favorite postal codes in Canada. Tomato. Vaptor 360, you find fast tech wicks smelly and not soft. Now, I haven't had the pleasure. I've got some on order to test and see what I think, so I'll have a better idea when it arrives. But sometimes the smelly thing, you can solve that torch the ever-living daylights out of your build before you vape it. It does two things. It gets rid of some of that and gets some of the silica taste, silica smell, all that. The other thing that does is it kind of begins the breakdown process, and it's a little like that chamois I was talking about earlier, where when you burn them, when you prime them that way by getting them really, really, really hot, you're going to find they're going to soak up more juice right away. So that's a good idea to do. It works okay after burning and boiling. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
For those of you who live in Canada, the shipping costs on a single piece is $6.99, but then for every additional whatever one you're buying, it's only $1. So if you're buying 10, if you're going to buy 5 of these, it'll cost you $6.99 for the shipping. Then another $4, so $10.99 shipping if you wanted to buy 5 rolls of this stuff. So it's actually pretty good, right, for Canada?
Yeah, not bad at all. Oh. A deal on this Nautilus stainless tank. There we go.
I wasn't gonna put this in the room only because I'm assuming this is an American only deal, but I will. I'll talk about it because these will be coming to Canada, I'm sure. I'm going to see if he does ship to Canada. Actually, oh no, USA only. He only ships to the United States. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Get rates. Okay, no, he does ship to Canada, but it's $10. So if you're really want one of these, they are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If you have an Aspire Nautilus tank, these are handmade stainless steel, hand-turned tank replacements. I have a few, and they're beautiful. Expensive at $19.50, but they're the only ones making them. Probably even more expensive for the $10 shipping charge to Canada, but they're just really beautiful. So that's why I wasn't really about to bring them up in here. But Big Bamboo popped the story, so we got to talk about it.
Well, and there are more and more Canadians where their location allows it using the over-the-border mailboxes where there are services that basically give you an American mailing address, and then every so often you just take a little drive, go down and grab some dairy products at a better price, fill your tank with cheaper gas, and pick up your mail.
Junkie Stuff said he bought a VTR and an E-Huge from AK Vapors with a coupon code from VaporJoe. It was $160 total, and also came with 2 batteries and an extension tube. Damn.
Whoa. Sweet.
Is the Pro Tank 3 better than the 2? You know what? I've never vaped a Pro Tank 3.
Yeah. Nope. Nor I.
Now, Congra Vape is cool. Okay, I give you that. Congra Vape is cool. The problem with Congra Vape, it's like a Groupon. You have to wait. It's kind of like everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and then they order it, and then it comes in, and then it's shipped out to everybody. So it's kind of like a safe co-op. So if you don't mind waiting, Congra Vape is great, and you tend to get things pretty cheap there. Mm-hmm. And it's actually an idea I came up with years ago, and I just never had time to make it happen. A Groupon for vaping, and they do a pretty good job. I see a lot of their deals that show up in my group, and I think they're great. They're hard to pimp though. I don't pimp Congra Vape only because it's more of a co-op. Mm-hmm. And it's not immediate satisfaction, and
well, we're pretty careful and choosy about the pre-orders that we'll mention, just because folks, well, let's face it, we all like instant gratification.
Yeah, we are picky.
So, and Congregate in a way is more similar to a pre-order, where you are you're banding together to increase your buying power and get a better deal. But be aware, it'll show up when it shows up.
Right. Is it slower than Fast Tech? Sometimes yes. Some people are getting their stuff from Fast Tech in 7 days. Some people are getting things in 2 weeks. So it really depended on who, where, what, and why, and what you're buying. I mean, like my batteries took 3 weeks, but I'm using Malaysian Post, which is the only way I can order batteries from Fast Tech. So I'll wait 3 weeks if I'm going to get Sony V3s for $5 each or $4.50. Hell yeah, I'm going to wait a few weeks.
Oh, nice one. Z28 found the K1000 for $45 at elementvape.com. Nice one. And they have pink and silver. You know what? That's the one I was looking for, Z28, and I couldn't find it just in a hurry here. Thank you for coming up with that. They had the pink and silver in stock. So, now I'm terrible with names. Started with R. If you're still in the room, where are you? Roni G. If you're still in the room, Z28 has shared a link where you can find your pink K1000, and that's a good deal for the full kit.
Exactly.
Kahuna Roy, 4 weeks, West Coast from Fast Tech. I'm thinking based on the time frame you were ordering, you got caught in the China New Year backlog, and yeah. Also, it depends what was in your order and what shipping option you chose. I would expect, hopefully, that that'll be showing up soon. The good thing about Fast Tech, though, is you do have all your tracking information there, and they show you exactly when things shipped. You've got a picture of your parcel and everything like that, so you can no batteries, 6 to 14 day shipping. Ooh, yeah. I'd want to follow up on that, but hopefully this week you'll get some happy date mail.
You know what's funny? I get a lot of questions. Maybe we can answer this. Why do you, me, VaporJoe, only pimp when it comes to China, Fast Tech? There's plenty of other Chinese companies out there. There's also plenty of Chinese companies out there that use affiliate programs. But why? Why Fast Tech? I'll tell you why. Fast Tech has the best selection of any vape store in the world. No vape shop anywhere has a better selection than Fast Tech. They have everything. Like, I mean, I have vape shops that have good prices on one thing and they go up and stuff. But as terms of a one-stop shop, one place to buy something, they have everything that you could possibly imagine. They have more mods on their site than most vendors have juice selection. You know what I mean? It's just incredible. I mean, incredible place to buy stuff. And you know, there is China Buy and Focal and Desire e-cig, and the guy just put in their Fairy Gift and all those, and they certainly have a lot to offer, and Tiger takes advantage of them like crazy. But the only reason why I started with Fast Tech, what first started me is the picture of every package. That was always the coolest thing to me, when I get to see what my package looks like, no pun intended. And then originally the shipping was quick. It was only about 10 days. And then you know, the selections just started rolling in, and it's just an incredible selection, and that's why I like it. And they always seem to get everything pretty fast. Now, do you know if Vapor DNA ships to China, to Canada?
I'm actually a little unsure myself at this moment.
I think they do, because I think they do. I think it was like $10.
Okay.
But the reason why, wait, hold on. Does the MVP use post ship to Canada? Oh, does the MVP I posted ship to Canada? Big Baboon, I don't know. Again, eBay is so hard to know, because it's a pain in the butt for me to figure out. So I try to steer clear from eBay unless it's ebay.ca. Then I know for a fact. Now TW39515. That was what I was about to post. I'm going to put a link in the room. Let me get. Where are you?
While you do, I'm just going to address something I saw come up. MTL Blade mentions Health Cabin. Health Cabin, there was a time when they were awesome. Great prices, competitive prices, and so forth. The sun had set on that empire, as far as I'm concerned. I was there recently. I was horrified at the prices compared to what we can get elsewhere, even in North America already. And unlike a lot of China vendors that, you know, a lot of what they have going for them is their free shipping, Health Cabin is going to charge you shipping, and they're not going to be shy about it. Straight up, there may still be great deals there. I don't want to dissuade anybody, but I'm going to say I don't bother.
Now, I have, here's a link to the polished, legit, Russia 91. Now, Vapor DNA is the only shop who's getting these. There's only one batch of these, and that's it. This is the Russia 91 polished stainless steel edition. The reason why they came out with this edition is because everybody was kind of slightly turned off by the color of the Russia 91. It really didn't match anything. It was just kind of its own color. Well, they came out with a stainless steel polished edition. They were very generous and sent me 2 of them. And they're absolutely gorgeous. And if you're in the market for a legit Russian 91, you have our legit people out there who want that stuff. The coupon code's on the web, on my blog. I think it's Joe 10. Will get you 10% off the $99 price, which will bring it down to $89.99. It'll ship for free, and you get a free bottle of juice. So kind of a little bit of some perks in there. That website also sells a lot of other stuff. It has a lot of high-end mods, like Real Nemesises and all the good juices like the Standard and Suicide Bunny and all that other stuff. So if you guys are interested in getting that kind of stuff, my coupon code works on all of the of those things. And if you're into the Standard liquid, like Cell Block 4, with my coupon code, it's the cheapest website you can find for the Standard liquids, because they come down to $19 a bottle, and everybody else is $22 to $25. And you get a free bottle of juice, another free bottle of juice. Their mystical something line. Good though.
And the K1000 deals just keep getting better. Thanks, Ed28, for that last link. $40 on the K1000 pipe kits, all colors, full kits.
Nice.
Coming from China, so, settle in and wait, but a good deal. I can be patient when the deal's good enough.
Cigarette B2C. The biggest retailer? I don't think so. But we'll let you slide on that. Oh my God, they sell the bud. I remember these, man. I had these when I first started vaping. These were like one of the first clearomisers, and you filled the top, and it just kind of sat. You pulled the plug, you filled it up, you put the plug back down, you put the mouthpiece on, and they burned. They sucked. Because it was so cool. It was like I could see my juice. And, most people don't realize, anytime like 2 years ago, you never saw your juice when you vaped. Ever. On anything, unless it was a cardo tank. And even then, people were only making cardo tanks out of like syringes and shit.
Beck and Co. Z28, do you still have that handy in your... on your clipboard? If you don't, I think I just grabbed it. There we go. There we go. This is from Z20. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Pig Pound. Excellent. We were looking for that link one more time for that K1000. Thanks for that. That's a great one.
Loving the bud atmosphere. That's pretty fun.
Oh, their shipping is high? Bummer. The shipping bill that 28 is paying. Yeah, and that's true, bud. Our dollar has taken a little bit of a hit. We're not that strong, but $26 shipping to Virginia. That's
yeah, okay.
That's pretty shipping.
Now, if you order 100, is it still $26?
Yeah, really. Hitman 420 AGAT2. Are you looking for an AGAT2? Is that what you're telling us? Let me find you one. I think I know. There's a pretty good deal on one.
That would be XL Vapors, and they're
not available. But
I think there's one.
Yeah. I'm just grabbing a link, Joe.
Good girl. Big Bam Boom. I think you're reading my mind. I haven't. Oh Jesus! Shipping on 100 is $234. Jesus. Well, actually, shipping on 100 of them is $234. That's only $2.30 each. That's not too terrible.
Well, if you and 100 friends want to pay it, or 99 friends, I guess.
MLT. I'll be honest with you. That's how a lot of the Chinese work. When a vendor buys say 100 pieces of something, the distributor actually charges them shipping on each one. So, and they get you with the cost per unit, and they're like, oh, you're so cheap, and then it's like, oh, by the way, you got to add $3 each for shipping. And you're like, oh, and I was going to buy 500. So Hitman wants to know, was the AGA-T2 good?
Absolutely. You know, it's old school now. It's old news. I still think they're a perfectly good atomizer. There were some issues people had with them, and such as that hot leg on the top. It's a long walk from your coil to the center post on the top of that one. Some people were solving that problem with washers. I found the most key point is don't have that top wire pulling on your wick. Make sure it's got a little room to breathe there. My feeling is, you know, I never had a problem with the AGA-T2. I liked them from day one. I thought it was a great atomizer, and really these days, if you can build an AGA-T2, all the stuff coming out now is just going to be easier. It's all downhill from there. So, nice vape. Loved that Pyrex tank. It was really the first, you know, affordable atomizer that came out with a glass tank like that. I got nothing bad to say about them, and I got a source here. Let me just get this link for you. There we go. Let's drop this in the room.
And unwind with the 1.FM radio network's Chill Out Lounge. No hard house, banging beats, or axe-wielding guitars.
And pretty sweet price of $17.99 on these. Now, you know, I'll admit we have seen them cheaper, but they're not available there right now. So there we go.
Yep, 101. And while you're there, don't just stop at the AGA-T2. He's got a lot of cool shit there.
He really does. We kind of lovingly refer to 101 as the Fast Tech of America. Some really, really good prices going on there. So do shop around a little bit. Check out what else he's got going on. I am anxiously awaiting the return of the Copper Nemesis there. Lovely mod.
Yep. He also has, while you're there, he also has the RSST for $19. He also has an AGI for $14.99 and the iGo F for $9.99. And believe it or not, he has a new section he calls the Royal section. He has the Hades mod. The Hades are in stock, and we were wrong. The legit Patriots are in stock for $49.99.
Still in stock.
He must have just put them up.
Okay. Well, the restock then, yeah, because they were definitely sold out.
Yeah, I may have to look at that later. But if you guys were looking at the Hades mod, now what is the Hades mod? Well, while you're over there, the Hades mod version 2 by Platoon. This is a 26650 mechanical. Yes, it is expensive. It's $209, but these are for the people who want the legit stuff. Limited last items in stock. This means he only has 2 or 3. But for $209.99, you know, you're getting a well-built, well-crafted 26650 mechanical. Not cloned yet. They say it may be soon, but it hasn't been cloned yet. Magnetic bottom switch, and this is in the mixed design. This is the version 2 of the mixed design, so it looks absolutely beautiful. And like I said, if you guys want to get your hands on a legit Patriot with the paperwork and everything, half price for only $49.99. I bought one, and I don't even rebuild. I'm actually vaping a rebuild today, though. I have a Polyak with K-Cap and a Nimbus clone on it. It works wonders.
Very good.
And it's got a dry hit. Oh, frick.
I think at this point we can safely say we've converted the Cardo King.
No, it showed me another way to vape, but I always have a soft spot in my heart for my Cardos, but
is that a soft spot in your heart or in your head? No, just kidding. There is a place for Cardos. There's a place for Cardos. Sort of gathering dust on the shelf, but anyway.
But Nitro built this coil. It's a .8 microcoil cotton. It works. It vapes wonderfully. It works beautifully. But the dry hits are terrible. Oh my god, worst dry hits ever.
And for those of you who are Cardo vapors, please understand, I just can't pass up a chance to poke fun at Joe. Quite seriously, I still keep Cardos on hand because there's some things they're just the right thing for. So, yeah, no offense.
She's just looking for any excuse to make fun of me. Period. Poke fun at me.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite all time.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are getting dangerously close to the bottom of the hour. We've got about 5 minutes left till 11:30, Joe. So is there anything else that was just burning on your mind to share with folks?
The Oni.
Oni what?
Oni Mechanical.
Oni Mechanical.
Now everybody's going to say, what the hell is an Oni? Well, an Oni is a mask. It's a creature, but we usually see it in mask form. A very demonic-looking creature. Tends to have horns and fangs and all kinds of stuff. Asian influenced. But this is, believe it or not, this is a clone of a clone. Because the Oni was a clone of an Enzonic that they decorated. Basically, it was a legit Enzonic that was decorated. And then they called it the Oni. So basically, this is an Enzonic clone with the Oni stuff on it, and it looks pretty damn beautiful. The Oni mask, the button looks like it has some sort of devilish writing on it, a little jewel on the bottom, and a bottom firing magnetic switch. For $24.95, $21.45 rather, absolutely gorgeous mod. And this was pretty popular. When I posted this, it got a lot of attention pretty quick because nobody's seen this coming. Because most of the time, clones of clones tend not to be put up on Fastech. Fastech usually goes Gen 1 clone, which I just invented that analogy. But what I mean by Gen 1 clone is pretty much if you've taken there's no, if somebody takes a mod and messes with it, Fastech tends not to stock the clone of that. They tend just to stock the first edition of the original mod. So, silver, I think we has silver-plated contacts, and looks really, really nice. So if you're into that style of mod with that kind of graffiti on it, I think you'd be really, really pleased.
Hitman, they're a decent atomizer, no question about it. The other one that really, really stands out for value for the dollar is the Kraken replica. Awesome Jenny Vape. Easy build, and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Versatility built into it in the ways you can build it. Now, the best deals you're going to get on those are in the $13 range. You're waiting on China. The nice part about the $17.99 AGAT2 is it's coming right from America, and it's not a knockoff. It's an AGAT2. That was its own thing. That's not a knockoff of anything. It's a Jenny-inspired atomizer, but it's an original.
Big Van Boom wanted to know if you could talk about the DNA 30 leak. Yeah, we could talk about it. Basically, there is a guy who hit me up. He's an American mod maker, and he said, "Hey, take a look at this." And I was like, "No way! You have the new DNA 30 clone already." Now, it was theorized that the DNA 30 could be upgraded with firmware, but he actually has the real DNA 30 clone chips in. He's put them in this mock-up. It's a kind of like it's a box mod, but odd cut out in the front. I don't know if I like that, but he's testing them, and he's going to release them. And he says it's everything the DNA 30 can do. Now, if you noticed in China, most of your wattage goes in 0.5 increments. The new 20 watt DNA clone, 22 watt, and 30 watt all go by 0.1. So they are, when I mean dead bang on like a DNA 20, 22, and 30, they are 100% the same thing. They don't look the same. They have a big fat square screen, and I think I like that. I like the fatter display. And the also the cool thing about this is it gives you your battery voltage, not just in a graphic, but actual number. So it does a little bit more than the DNA 30 can do. So it gives you the graphic, the number of the battery, and then of course it gives you your ohms, your voltage, and your wattage. Pretty incredible stuff, and you could do other things with this thing. Your logos can be built into it, and you probably tell somebody to kiss your ass. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff you can do with this thing. It's got its whole programmable operating system that you can do stuff with this thing. So he said he has them, he's testing them, and they should be up and running soon. And I want one.
Current deals on the H-Cigar hammer clone. The reason being because of the silver-plated contacts. That's what the Z28 is looking for.
I know they sell the silver-plated. Let me now, if it's silver-plated contacts that mean it's H-Cigar. Just looking up one. Yeah, here we go. Fast Tech. If it's silver-plated contacts that you require, I don't know if these are H-Cigar, but these. I'm just going to put that direct link in the room. These are silver-plated contacts on this particular hammer mechanical. So if that's what you're looking for, there it is. So before we leave you, is there any questions anybody has? Well, Tonk, I'll tell you this much. He's not going to be selling the K-Fun Black Edition anymore. He's going to be selling the K-Fun Black Edition version 2, and that should be live this week. I don't know what the differences are, but I hear they're supposed to be even beefier and better, so I'll see what they're going to be, but they're going to be the new K-Fun Black Edition version 2. So whatever that is, as soon as he gets them, they'll be on my site. And he gave one away tonight on Mount Everest, so hopefully we'll get some feedback on that tonight.
Cool.
Let's see this JPEG, so let me just put it up.
I haven't heard much about the Panzer Clone Vaping Elk, but what I have heard is very favorable. No complaints, a nice, solid, very well-working device. So,
all right. Let's see.
Well, thank you, Dave. We will see you next week. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be making announcements this week. You're going to see both sites go live on our new home, on our own server, and really exciting stuff. Looking forward to next week. More deals, and seeing all you guys again.
Yes, thank you guys so much for dealing with this too. I know you've been very patient waiting for Tiger site to go back up, but at minimum, worst case scenario, she will be up by midweek and pumping out her deals like crazy.
You betcha. Making up for lost time.
That's right.
So we shall see you. Have a great week and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Vape on, Vape Strong, and we'll talk to you soon.